Example 7.4.1, construct a triangle ABC in which AB equals to 7.3 cm, BC equals to 4.5 cm, and angle ABC equals to 64 degrees. Okay, what does it mean? That means eventually your drawing or your diagram will be something like that with AB 7.3 cm, okay, BC to be 4.5 cm, and angle ABC, which is this degree, it will be 64 degrees. Okay, so this is a sort of a scale down of your diagram, but you need to draw the actual diagram here, and these are the steps. Okay, I'll bring you through one by one. So for part A, we have to construct the triangle. I'll start off by drawing a line segment of AB of length 7.3 cm. Okay, so using your ruler, we will need to draw a straight line from 0 all the way to 7.3, and I'll sort of mark a line, a small line here to make sure that it is 7.3. Okay, and I'll label it as AB. And please also measure, label and measure the dimensions again. Okay, so I'll label it as 7.3 cm. Alright, so we got a first line segment AB. So the second information that they give us is BC equals to 4.5 cm. And because we need to have angle ABC to be 64 degrees as well, right? We need to make use of our compasses. So take out your compasses and you need to measure 4.5 cm from the leg of the compass, one end, to the other end, the tip of the pencil. So measure exactly 4.5 cm. Okay, so if you adjusted your compasses and you measure 4.5 cm, okay, you can actually remove your ruler, put the pointed tip of the compasses on B, and we are actually going to draw an arc using this compass, and it will be something like that. Okay, make sure that your arc is clean and it is dark. Alright, so after you have made an arc, you know that any distance between the arc and B will be 4.5 cm. Okay, because it is the radius. Okay, you are making a radius. Okay, so in this case, we will take out our protractor and set the base, align it with AB, and we will actually measure angle ABC to be 64 degrees. So once you have actually measured 64 degrees, you need to make a small mark here to indicate that this will be the point. Okay, so just a straight line mark. Okay, so 64 degrees. So we are going to draw a ray that is going from B to this arc. You can draw over the arc, okay, something like that. So after you have drawn the ray and it intersects with the arc, you know that this line is confirmed 4.5 cm, and you know that the point C will be here where it intersects. Okay, so I will also label the angle of ABC to be 64 degrees. Okay, so now you have the 3 points A, B, and C. You need to connect a line segment from A to point C to close up the triangle. Okay, so the intersection point to A. Okay, right. So that will be your diagram. Let us move on to part B. It says, using a ruler, find the length of AC. Okay, so the length AC is here. So we'll use a ruler to measure AC. Okay, so it will be 6.6 cm. Okay, so for part B, you need to write out as, okay, part B, AC equals to 6.6 cm. Okay, so let us look at part C. It says, using the protractor, okay, find angle BAC and ACB. So where is BAC? BAC is this angle. Okay, so I'll use my protractor and find BAC. So I'll align it to the base and to the point. Okay, it will give me, it will give me 37 degrees. Okay, so it's about 37 degrees. So I'll label as part C, angle BAC to be equals to 37 degrees. Okay, and for the second part, it says find angle ACB as well. So to find angle ACB, it is actually here, here, and here, this point. So this is the angle. So I will actually rotate my paper, okay, and align it to the intersection point and also the base of BC, and read the readings of the protractor. Okay, so my reading is 79 degrees. Okay, so it's about 79 degrees. Okay, so I will go back and write down angle ACB to be equals to 79 degrees. Okay, so for part D, it says classify the triangle ABC according to the number of equal sides it has. So you know that AB, BC, and CA, they are basically, there's no equal sides, so they are basically part D. They have 0 equal sides, so it is a scale line triangle. Okay, this is at your first page of your notes. Okay, if you forget which triangle is it, okay, you can go back to the first page and check. So for part E, it says classify triangle ABC according to the type of angles it has. So you know that the angle within the triangle is 37, 79, and 64. What you realize is that they are all lesser than 90 degrees, okay? So with angles lesser than 90 degrees, they are basically the triangle can be classified as acute angle triangle. Okay, if you don't remember this, it is also written down in the first page of the notes. Okay, just a reminder, when you draw your triangle, make sure your line is not sketchy, it is clean. And also when you draw the arc, there should only be one arc. Okay, there shouldn't be an arc where your compasses is unbalanced and you start to draw many other arcs and it will become very inaccurate. Okay, so your lines must be clean and your arc is a single arc, and do not draw with hairy lines. Example 7.4.2, construct a quadrilateral ABCD in which AB equals to 8.3 cm, BC 5.5 cm, CD 9.2 cm, angle ABC equals to 90 degrees and angle BCD equals to 70 degrees. Okay, so what does it mean? It means that we are constructing a closed plane four-sided figure with AB. Okay, just roughly draw out for you to visualize. It is 8.3 cm. Okay, in this case, angle ABC is 90, so ABC, it is 90. So BC is 5.5 cm. Okay, just drawing out a rough drawing. And CD equals to 9.2 cm with BCD to be 70 degrees. Okay, so it means it will look something like that. Okay, with D here, and it is 9.2 cm with BCD, this angle, to be 70 degrees. Okay, so we have sort of drawn out this scaled down diagram. Now we will actually draw the actual diagram with the correct dimensions. Okay, so we'll first start off with a line segment of AB 8.3 cm. So we will actually use a ruler and from 0, okay, and we'll draw out a line segment of 8.3. So I will end here. So this is my 8.3 and this is my 0. Okay, so I'll make a small mark, okay, a line, small line to show that it is 8.3. And I'll label my points as A, B, and you need to state the dimension. Please remember to state 8.3 cm. Alright, so after we have constructed AB, we have another line segment we need to construct, which is BC. BC is equals to 5.5 cm. Okay, so we'll use our compass in this case. Alright, and we'll measure 5.5 cm from one end of the compasses to the other. Okay, so make sure that it is accurate from the tip of the compasses to the tip of the pencil. Measure 5.5. Okay, and I will put it at point B. Okay, and I will draw a arc. So you know that any distance from B to the arc will be 5.5 cm. Okay, That is because it is the radius of the compasses. Okay, so anywhere from point B to the arc is 5.5 cm. Alright, so the second information that we have is angle AB and point C here is 90 degrees. So we need to use our set square. Your set square has a nice 90 degree. And we'll just put the base, the tip, the corner of the set square to point B and align the base to AB so that it is aligned. And it will be exactly 90 degrees. Okay, so just draw a line down, okay, from the top to the base of AB. Okay, so this will be my 90 degrees, and the position where the point where the arc meets the line segment will be my point C. Okay, and I'll label BC as 5.5 cm. Okay, you can check again to see whether it is 5.5. Okay, so in this case I've checked, it is 5.5 and it is 90 degree because I've used my set square to get the 90 degrees. Alright, now let's move on. The other information that we have is CD equals to 9.2 cm. So C to point D, it is 9.2. But because it is 70 degrees here, we will need to make use of our compasses again and measure, enlarge it. Okay, measure 9.2 cm. Okay, so from one tip of the compasses to the other. Okay, so okay, it must be exactly 9.2. Okay, so sort of measure. Okay, so now I have an accurate dimension of 9.2. Right, okay, so this is 9.2. So between the point to the arc, okay, it is the radius of the compasses. Okay, so it means that, okay, any point from here to the arc will be 9.2 cm. Okay, so I will just put my point here at the intersection point of point C. Okay, make sure you are accurate, and I will draw an arc here. Okay, so I've drawn my arc and I know that this is 9.2 cm, and the next information we have is B, C and D is 70 degrees. Okay, so now you need to use your protractor. Okay, so I will turn my paper around. Okay, so I'll use my protractor, and I know that BCD is 70, so I have to align the base of the protractor to the line segment BC first, and the center point of the protractor to point C where the arc and the line segment meets. Okay, so it is here, and the question says that it is 70 degrees. So I have to mark out 70, which is here. I'll make a small line. Okay, please don't make a big long line, just make a small marking of 70. Okay, so you know that it's this, around this angle. Okay, and you join from point C, okay, all the way to where the arc is, and also draw a bit over. Okay, so that is your line. So where your line and the arc meets will be 9.2 cm. Okay, let us measure to confirm. Okay, yes, it is 9.2. And this angle we have measured just now, it is 70 degrees. Okay, so I'll write down as 70 degrees, and this is 9.2 cm. And when the arc and the line meets, it will be point D. Okay, so because a quadrilateral is a closed plane figure, we need to close the point A and D. Okay, so I'll draw a bit longer. Okay, so you can actually stop here, okay? But later on, you will actually find the angle BAD, okay? So we need to draw a bit longer for us to measure the angle BAD later. Okay, so draw a bit longer first. Alright, so that will be your quadrilateral. Alright, so it says using a ruler, find the length of AD. Okay, so use my ruler and I actually measure from the intersection point of the arc and the line segment to A. Okay, it's about here, right? And that my measurement is actually about 2.4 cm. Okay, so I'll use my pen. I'll write down part B, and because we are finding length AD, I'll equate it to 2.4 cm. Alright. Part C, using the protractor, find BAD. Okay, BAD, which is this line, this line BA, and D is there. Okay, so because just now we have extended our line a bit longer, we can now read the angle more accurately. Okay, so BAD, okay, I'll read my angle here. Okay, you need to align the base properly with AB. So it is 97 degrees. Okay, so part C, angle BAD equals to 97 degrees. Alright, and we need to find angle ADC. So it is this angle. Alright, so I will actually rotate my paper a bit, okay, slightly, and I'll measure my angle ADC. Okay, please make sure your base of your protractor is aligned to AD. Okay, and okay, let's see. It is about 103 degrees. Okay, so 103 degrees for ADC. Alright, so I will turn my paper around and I will write angle ADC to be equals to 103 degrees. Okay, let us move on to the last part. Classify the triangle ABC according to the type of angles it has. ABC. Okay, So this is the triangle that they are talking about. Okay, I'll use my ruler to cover a bit. So this is the triangle. So what is the triangle then? Okay, part D, you notice that there's a right angle here. So from your first page of your notes, you realize that any triangle with a right angle will be called the right angle triangle. Okay. Alright. I'll teach you a method to check your answers. Okay. So how do you know that your degrees are accurate? Okay. To check, right, whether your the measurements of the angles are accurate, you just add all together, 97 degrees plus 103 degrees plus 70 degrees plus 90 degrees. What you realize that is that the sum of interior angle will be equals to, if I use the calculator, 360 degrees. Okay, so because this is a quadrilateral, the sum of interior angles is always 360, and that's when you know that your measurement of the two angles is correct. If they add all up, and it will be 360. Example 7.4.3, construct a rhombus ABCD in which AB equals to 6.4 cm and angle BAD equals to 110 degrees. Okay, so you know one of the property of rhombus is that all four sides are equal. Okay, so AB is equals to BC and is also equals to CD and is equals to DA. So they are all equal, and it says the angle BAD is 110 degrees and length AB is 6.4 cm. So this is your diagram that you should construct. Okay, and we'll start off with the line segment of AB first. So I will actually use my ruler and measure from 0 to 6.4. Okay, I'll make a small mark here. Okay, and I'll label the endpoints as A and B. And I will need to include the measurement 6.4 cm. Okay. So now we have the second information where angle BAD is equals to 110 degrees. So BAD is 110, but we know that AB and AD is the same length. Okay, so we'll first use the compasses and measure 6.4 cm. Okay, and I'll put the point at the one point of the compasses to be 0 and the other end of with the tip of the pencil to be 6.4, and I need to be accurate in the dimension. Okay, so if I ensure that it is 6.4, okay, I can actually put the pointed tip of the compasses on point A and draw a arc. Okay, again, make sure that your arc is clean and there should not be any double line. Alright, okay, so this is my arc, and I know that anywhere from point A to this arc it is 6.4 cm, right? Because it's the measurement and it's the radius of the compasses. Alright, so I've measured 6.4 cm. Now I'll actually measure angle BAD to be 110 degrees. So I will put the base of my protractor to line segment of AB, and make sure that the center point is exactly at point A. Okay, so that's here, and I'll measure 110, which is here, and I'll make a small mark. Okay, just a small mark will do, and this is 110. Okay, so once I know that this is 110, I can draw a ray that connects from A to the arc. Okay, so this will be point D, right? And BAD, it is actually 110 degrees as measured just now. And this is again the same length as this. Okay, AD equals to AB. Let's check out if it is 6.4. Okay, so it is actually 6.4. Okay, so we have drawn it correctly. Now, you know that all four sides are equal because it is a rhombus. What you need to do is to use your compasses again. I hope you haven't changed dimension. Make sure that it is 6.4. Okay, 6.4. And I will draw from point B and make an arc. So anywhere from point B to the arc, you know it's definitely 6.4, okay, because it's the radius of the compasses, right? And now I will actually move my point of compasses, the end point, to D, okay, point D, and I will make another arc, okay. Right, so you realize that anywhere from point D to the second arc is also 6.4 cm, alright? So you notice that there is an intersection between the two arcs. What you need to do is to connect the points. Okay, so from the intersection of the arc, I'll connect to B, right? And from the intersection of the arc, I'll connect to point D. Okay. Okay. So that is my rhombus, and because I use my compasses, I know that this is 6.4, this is 6.4, and this is also 6.4. So all four sides are equal, alright? So after you have constructed the rhombus, okay, you need to mark out the point here, which is C. Okay, so you have to label all your points, and I'll move on to part B. So for part B, it says using a ruler, measure the length of AC and BD. Okay, so I'll use my ruler. I'll measure AD. Okay, so what you will see is that from the intersection point to point A, okay, sorry, it should be AC, which is here, alright? So from point A to C, okay, my measurement is 7.3 cm, alright? So for length AC, it is 7.3. So for part B, I'll just write down as AC equals to 7.3 cm. Okay. And now I have to measure BD, which is the diagonals of the rhombus, BD. And it is 10.4 cm. Okay. So BD will be equals to 10.4 cm. Okay, so we are measuring the diagonals AC and the of the rhombus and BD. All right. So for part C, using a protractor, measure angle ABD. Okay. So to measure ABD, I have to first draw a line from the intersection point D to B. Okay, so I'll draw a line across. Okay, make sure it is accurate. And I'll use my protractor. Okay, and I'll start from I'll set the base of my protractor with line segment AB. Okay, and I will look at the measurement of ABD, and it is exactly 35 degrees. Alright, so for part C, okay, I'll just write down as angle ABD is equals to 35 degrees.